Aloha, everyone. This is Truthiracy, Christopher Lord, and I'm making this video for two primary reasons. One, to talk about my family that is involved in Freemasonry and the truth behind all of the rumors and accusations, and also, much more importantly, about my own immediate personal family with trolls that are not attacking me and my information. They're attacking me personally. And not only that, they're actually attacking my family, my wife, my children, and then going on saying the worst things that I can't even imagine that has absolutely nothing to do with truth. You see, you have to understand what a troll is, or an agent, or whatever you want to call them, that come and cause chaos, confusion. That's their job. That's how it works. And it's easy to do. That's why it's such a simple game to play for them, because it's easy to do. It's easy to sway the opinions. It's easy to say something, and once it's in your brain, whether it ever gets proven wrong or not in the future doesn't matter. It's still in your brain. So they have succeeded already, and you don't even realize that. For example, Queenie Cameron is a prime example of somebody who spreads disinformation, who spreads false accusations and lies 100%. So anybody, if you've ever watched one of her videos even, and if you think for even one moment that anything she says is real or true, or about me, whatever, or anything else actually, you're 100% wrong. She knows nothing that she's talking about. She just pulls things out of left field and just spews them over and over to where you believe them, and it's ridiculous. I mean, that's why in the very beginning I started to debunk her, everything she was saying, and I just realized, oh, she's just a complete troll, just spewing stuff left and right, which has nothing to do with nothing, and people buy it up. Thinking, oh, he is money hungry. Oh, he is a Kabbalist. Oh, he is a Satan. I mean, it's ridiculous. And now, the reason why I'm making this video is because I can't believe that she's gone as far as to actually attack my wife and my children. I mean, that's the lowest of low. I mean, people fight on YouTube all the time, but nobody stoops that low. And not only stooping that low, stooping is even lower than that by making false accusations after stooping that low. I mean, she went lower than the lowest of the lows to the bottom of the barrel. It was just disgusting. And that's how you can tell she's a troll. I mean, normal people don't act like that. Normal people have feelings, and nobody involves children and the spouse. I mean, what the hell does that have to do with anything? Seriously. I've never once attacked, out of all the people I've ever argued with and debated with on YouTube, have I ever once attacked their family personally. Anybody would do that is somebody that's getting paid to take that person down regardless. And there's nothing they can take down. Everything she says about my family, my daughter, my wife, all this stuff is bullshit. My wife was a model. Ooh, wow. And now my daughter grew up and saw that my wife was a model and wanted to be a model. Ooh, but my daughter's not even really a model. She's taken a few pictures and she did like one cover of a local tourist magazine. And then I guess from what Eric's saying in his video that I just saw, that Quinny, I guess, has some video of one of her 500 which she's made, saying that my daughter's a whore, my wife's, a whore, whatever, and we're whoring our daughter. That's just so ridiculous. I mean, honestly, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. My daughter and my son, they go to school. My daughter saw that my wife was a model and wanted to be like her. Come on, whoring the daughter out. I could see if, like, she was a baby or something and we entered in contests and all that shit. Never, never once. She freaking finally wanted to do a little photo shoot for a local tourist magazine, and she got the cover, and that was that. We don't even send her out on photo shoots and all that shit. She's not even in the industry because we want her to not be like that. Wait till she's older. If she wants to do modeling, she can go ahead. You know. So she was just having fun and dabbling into it. And then Queenie Girl freaking turns it around like she's some freaking tramp whore, freaking modeling. It's just ridiculous. It's just so disgusting that somebody would, stoop that low. And that's the whole thing, that she's not a somebody. She's a fake body. She doesn't exist. She is a paid troll, whatever. And she's delusional and she's a liar and she's completely psycho. She's neurotic. It's just weird that anybody would ever talk about someone's family and children. And then, not only that, but then make up shit that doesn't even exist. You know what I mean? Twist shit around beyond belief. That's just unbelievable. I mean, that's what I'm saying. She should be sued. I should sue her. She should fucking go to fucking jail for saying shit like that, slandering people online like that, and little children and shit. That's just beyond belief. So, if anyone out there knows a good lawyer or you want to help me prosecute her for her, violations and her, slandering shit, shoot me a comment over or, PM, whatever. And let's stop this freaking evil person from continuing on as she has damaged many people's lives, as you can see online. All the past videos of people that have made about her, how much of a liar she is. She just makes up stuff left and right, and you can tell because they're all good people. Everyone I've seen on there seem like normal, just normal good people. And there's people on there that are full on Christians, that one guy, but you can tell the guy is like a normal good guy, you know. It's not his fault, whatever, that he believes in Christianity. That's not even the point. The point is that she's freaking evil and talks just blasphemous lies about everybody along the line, from one person to the next person to the next person. And it's like a game to her, and she's getting paid for it, I would say. My guess is that she's like a paid troll agent or whatever, you know. And if she's not, then she is, I mean, that would be the excuse. If she is not and she's a real person, I mean, how psychotic can you be? Like Ankh. Jesus. There's some really crazy people in the world that are willing to do anything, go against morals. A little gecko saying hi. Anyway, go against, morals and dignity and love and respect for the fellow man, to actually stoop that low and do shit like that to somebody. I just don't get it. If you think my information's wrong, then come prove me wrong. Show me how the etymology doesn't work like that. You know why you don't? You know why? Because you know that I'll hit you from angles you never even thought of, and I will school you. So you don't try to come to me anymore. They used to send troll after troll. They used to send probably the smartest people they thought they knew and shit, or they had to send to me, and every one of them lost. So what do they do now? Now they send trolls that never attack my information anymore. You almost never see anybody battling me anymore. That's fine. But what do? Now they are attacking my family and my children. I mean, it's kind of like how Bill, people talk shit about Bill getting so mad over Queenie, and I agree actually. I mean, some of the things he said, like any kind of death threats and shit, I don't agree with. Never threaten somebody. That's beyond, it's like illegal morally, and yeah. So just don't ever do something like that on any of my videos, especially. I don't even like to hear that kind of shit on anybody's videos. Talk about killing somebody and shit. I don't, no matter how much they piss you off. You might say I want to punch you in the face. That's probably bad enough, but you know, saying things like that is illegal. Plus, it's just not right to do. So don't ever do that on my videos, please. So my point is, I see how Bill could be upset. It's somebody slandering him, which Queenie was, and freaking got Eric involved. Whatever, Eric saw something that what's his name was saying and didn't like it. So I can understand how the whole thing got started with their little thing. And like Eric said, I try to stay in between. I'm not really involved, because I see good in both sides, blah blah blah. So I just try to always get people to get along, if anything. But, believe me, you try letting somebody online slander you like this, talking shit about you, saying you're gay, saying all this shit, that's just mind-boggling. Calling you a Kabbalist and you're the seed of Cain and the son of Cain and all this bullshit. It's ridiculous, but people buy it. buy into it, and and it's disgusting. So I see how somebody could get so mad, like Bill Key. I can see how he gets so mad because you can't stop the person. They're still slandering you and they're still lying out their teeth. There's nothing you can do to stop it. So I understand why he gets so upset. I personally, don't feel like I want to kill him. I think that they should be punished for what they do. I think it's wrong. It's obviously wrong. I mean, it's disgustingly wrong. But anybody that buys into that shit, I mean, you got to be kidding me. If you think for one moment any of that shit's true, not even freaking a grain of it is true. She went and searched our Facebook, whatever, I don't know, and freaking found whatever she could, and she just twisted shit around and made it like Ankh that time, posting pictures of my son on his background of his YouTube channel that I have pictures of, by the way, and putting satanic signs next to it, saying he's given the horn sign and the cross sign and shit like that, Freemasonic, Aleister Crowley thing, whatever, whatever. Completely lame. My son doesn't know none of that shit. We were at a jiu-jitsu tournament. He crossed his arms. He gave the shaka sign, which is here in Hawaii, everybody do. Everybody does. It's Hawaiian. It's basic. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. My son was like, yeah, like taking a picture and being cool, crossing his arms and giving the shaka sign. I've explained to him later on when he got older, like, the reason why people were saying that. I told him, like, because these are the horns are like, the shaka signs like horns, blah, blah, blah. But, a kid his age shouldn't have to be dealing with somebody online posting pictures of him fucking with that shit. That shit should be illegal. Should be in fucking jail for that shit. You don't go posting pictures of other people's children online as your background and putting satanic shit next to it. It's fucking disgusting. It's sickening. So, mark my words, in the future, 10 years from now, 30 years from now, tomorrow, shit, it'll always be the same story that I am 100% correct. None of that shit she said is true. Not even one freaking hair of it. And that's the facts. That's the truth 100%. Take it from me, straight from my mouth, speaking from the heart, from the real. That's all bullshit that she talks about 100%. Nothing remotely close um, in reality is anything remotely close to what she was talking about. See, that's the disconnection with computers nowadays. I mean, in real life, if somebody said some shit about your daughter, and calling her a whore or a tramp or whatever, or I heard you were whoring your daughter out or some shit like that, I would like, fucking excuse me? What did you say to me? I mean, I would be like, what the, I mean, that's why you don't hear people saying that in real life, in real conversations in front of one another, because it's disrespectful. And what happens to disrespectful people? They get punched in the face. They get slapped by a woman. If a pervert grabs her ass or whatever, she turns around and slaps him. Okay? Because he's out of line. Same thing that this Queenie girl's doing, and Ankh and these other trolls that do this type of shit. They are crossing the boundary. They are going and stepping way over the line. I mean, as far as everyone's concerned. I mean, even fucking trolls and evil people be like, that's fucked up. You don't go talking about their fucking children and shit. What kind of person does that kind of shit? It's disgusting. And I also want to clear up some things about my family that's involved in Freemasonry. Yes, my grandfather and my father are and were, because my grandfather is now passed, um, they are 32nd degree Freemasons of the Scottish Rite, Sublime Prince of the Royal Secret. But as far as bloodlines, that's ridiculous. I mean, seriously, my grandfather was a tire businessman. He had one little small shop in somewhere, I can't say, and then he had another tire shop in the same town, real small town in California somewhere. And he became, pretty not wealthy. I wouldn't even say that at all. Not a million or nothing like that. I mean, he just made good money a little bit for a while. Had 7 daughters, spent all of his money on his daughters, and ended up an old man that was poor. So there is no freaking bloodlines there. No one in his family beyond that were involved in the Freemasons. He got involved in the Freemasons because his business was doing good, so they invited him to come down, and he did. End of story. It's that simple. Then my grandma and them and my aunties, they joined the Eastern Star. They're just normal freaking people. They didn't know any better. Okay? Everybody that's involved in Freemasonry is not evil. That's what people think, and they want you to think that. It's because it's so easy to point the finger, but the truth is entirely different. My family's not satanic or evil or mean or nothing. Not at all. Nicest people you ever met in your life. I told my grandma about all this recently, and she's like, her eyes got big. She couldn't believe what I was saying. So funny that people actually think that they're, evil and they're satanic and all that shit. It's ridiculous. They don't understand that the star means the pentagram. My grandma doesn't even understand none of that crap.